So, it has finally happened. Nintendo and Pokemon have sued the Palworld team for guess what? Patent infringement. Meaning that Pokemon is saying that Palworld has made creatures that look a little bit too similar to what Pokemon offers. I think we were all expecting something like this, especially when in January Pokemon said that they were investigating a specific franchise for looking very similar to its own. As if we couldn't guess who that franchise already was. And okay, there might be some similarities if you take away the giant massive guns. But in my opinion, Palworld just offers us the American experience of Pokemon. So, a little backstory about Palworld. It got released earlier this year with a lot of attention and even became the most played game on Steam for a short while. The reason it got such attention is because it had the cute creatures very similar to Pokemon, but they had guns, swords, insane weapons, and best of all, slavery. Now, instead of using your Pokemon to do illegal underground battles, you can use your pals for free labor. So not only could you use these Pokemon, pals, to fight in the world and ride around on them, but no, you could also commit mass genocide and have a ton of fun. And now they want to sue Palworld and take them down. First of all, why is Nintendo suing Palworld in the first place? And I think the first reason is very clear. The pals in Palworld look a little familiar. Numerous videos were made online comparing pals and the Pokemon counterparts that people accused them of copying. Let's just be grateful that Palworld didn't decide to copy Jinx, because that could have led to even worse controversy. And I must say, there are a lot of arguments supporting that a lot of inspiration was taken. Recently, it was even stated that an ex-Palworld employee stated that they purposefully made their pals look like Pokemon, even if Pokemon designs are sometimes boring, like there being a literal seal. Sorry, Dugong. And look, obviously they wanted to go this route. They wanted to get the attention and have Pokemon fans relate to the game more. This can definitely be seen as parody though, because I'm gonna be honest. Even though they do look alike, they're definitely mocking some of the Pokemon designs. Especially when they include 3D realistic renders of guns with them. Which gets me to my next point. Pokemon and Nintendo do not want to be seen wielding firearms. Even though it's not actual Pokemon holding these guns, and the gameplay is more similar to Ark Survival Evolved, Nintendo thinks that if a 5-year-old saw a cute little creature holding an AK-47, their first thoughts would go to Pokemon and violence, which Nintendo just does not want to deal with. Then again, Nintendo will sue a child for having a Mario-themed birthday party, so it's not completely out of the question. And just like with the guns, there's the slavery. Instead of having Pokemon fight each other to the death, you can now take your pals and work them to death. And guess what? For free. Now, this is amazing game design in my opinion, and actually it's less dangerous than having them fight each other to the death in Pokemon. Pokemon does not want this reputation of slavery and health hazards and animal abuse, with Palworld even allowing you to skin your critters. And yes, it is a bit traumatizing, I must say. If you go online, all the comments surrounding the post though are people supporting Palworld. People are seemingly taking Palworld's side because they don't want Nintendo to take down an indie studio who's making an interesting game. And yes, there's definitely an argument saying that Pokemon is jealous due to the amount of players and support Palworld has gotten. Now, the lawsuit is definitely going to hurt Palworld's studio because they're going to have to focus more on that than the actual game. So even more people are saying that Nintendo can't keep getting away with it and that Palworld is so much better. Once again, I'm just glad people are supporting a smaller studio. And sure, and having things like Palspheres instead of Pokemon Balls is definitely not a coincidence. I do think it's more parody than actual infringement. No matter what happens though, I do love the Pokemon and Palworld franchises, and I hope that instead of suing each other, they can rather compete and improve both studios' games. If you did like this video, please subscribe as I try to cover the latest internet news every single day without making long video essays. Thank you for watching.